مش لوحدك.
And then from that point on, one of the things that I do when customers come into my store in Monrovia is I start talking to them about their lifestyle. You know, where do they work? How far do they drive? Am I dealing with maybe a 70-year-old woman that is small-framed and maybe has a touch of osteoporosis? Or am I dealing with a gentleman that might be strong and works out all the time, is 30 years of age, but he, you know, drives 75 miles a day? There are two different kinds of scenarios for people. One of the things we do for people who commute on Metro Rail and things like that, or who ride motorbikes or bicycle a lot, is we'll put something together in a hip pouch like that.
Just as this one.
Fanny pack.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you can't carry as much in a container like that, but you know, part of what you're doing when you're first making your plan is, where am I likely to be? And in the normal activities that I have in life, how am I going to manage if I'm in that activity when something happens?
Okay.
Now, inside maybe a mid-rise or high-rise building, you might want something that's smaller and more compact that could fit in a desk drawer or a file cabinet or something in case you were trapped inside for some period of time. And so sometimes space is limited in those for storing things.
Well, I want to just show our audience what's in here, because I personally, when I talked to you before the show, I bought three from you.
Oh. Thank you.
So this is very convenient. It's small. It fits in your car. It fits at home. It's not huge, and it's, you know, it has almost everything that we need during a disaster, basically. So do you mind just walking us through here and tell us what's inside?
Well, one of the things that's most basic in all of the kits that are provided by my company and by responsible companies is Coast Guard approved water. Coast Guard approved water pouches last 5 years, even in the heat of a car.
I see.
And so they're one of the most safe supplies of portable water that you can have. Now, water adds to the weight of the kit, and so like in the example I used before of the 30-year-old very healthy, fit male versus a 70-year-old person that may be a little more frail, is that he not only can carry more weight in terms of water, but if he travels longer distances, he's going to need more water.
Right.
So a lot of people think they can just go online and buy a kit without thinking about it, and I advocate that people match their supplies to their plan and to their actual circumstances.
Okay.
So water is really basic, and there are light sticks in here, like I have just recently demonstrated. There are goggles for the dust and windstorms. Remember the recent windstorms that we had that were so violent? This particular kit also has a Coast Guard approved food bar, which also, like the water.
So let me grab the food bars here. How many days would this last me, for example?
That particular model is the 2-day model for one person, and there's a larger bar that's a 3,600 calorie or 3-day bar for one person.
I see.
So it's very compact, it's very high calorie. All the particulate dust that gets kicked up in the air also means you need some sort of respiratory protection. And a lot of people don't have appropriate appreciation for how serious that can be. I think I was showing you this earlier. This is actually interior plaster from a roof that fell down during Northridge. You can feel how heavy that is.
It's very heavy, yes.
And the dust that comes up can not only clog your lungs and prevent you from getting out of the building if you clog up too much, but it can also do long-term lung damage.
Wow.
And so the importance of using a properly rated mask is
because I remember I asked you if we can open it and show the audience what's inside. You said no, I wouldn't do it because of the dust. It's,
right.
You know. So. Yeah.
So this particular one also has a whistle on a lanyard. which is important for signaling for help and so on, and one of the emergency blankets.
This is amazing because you do have an open one.
Yes, I do.
You can show us how this works.
Yes.
This actually heats up with your body heat.
Yes,
right?
it does. They were originally designed for the space program, and it will rustle a little bit as I pull it out here. This has been demonstrated a number of times.
So this is basically, you just...
And the thing is, if you don't mind me moving your hair here. So the thing is, for the most effectiveness, you want your hair on the outside of the blanket. Do you feel the heat?
I do. It does warm you up, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So if you are in a extended power outage and the weather is cold, you can also line your bed with that. Your bed will heat up quite a bit more. And you can also put heat packs down under the bottom sheet as well to warm your bed at night.
Can we look at the heat pads?
If you're able to stay inside.
The heat pads that you have?
Those are right there.
These ones here?
Yeah.
So does this, you don't need, of course, to heat them up. They'll heat
No.
automatically?
Basically, when you take them out of the packaging, the oxygen activates them.
I see.
And I believe these are the 12-hour
The 12-hour one?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're different types for different applications. So those are some of the basics that you want in every kit: the water, the food, the blanket, a whistle, and body protection
I
items.
see. And I see also the water. This is enough for 2 days as well? Or
That was a 3-day supply.
this is 3-day supply? Okay.
مش لوحدك.